Want to say welcome everybody to our class today, and want to say thank you so much for being here, and also want to say a special thank you to all of our MAPS clients. Just to let you know, this call is being recorded and a copy of this will be provided to you. So let's get after it. Let's take a few minutes and then we're going to jump right in. We're going to see who's all here because that's important. We want to know who is our audience, who are we talking to, and who is all here ready to participate at a high level. That's right, be ready to participate at a high level. So let's find out who is all here right now. So by a show of hands, who is on this call because they're interested in finding out more about leadership opportunities within KW? Yep, okay. Who's already thinking or already had the thought process of being in leadership already? All right, now here's the good one. Who's here because they saw the title and were just curious what in the world this course is all about? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are all in the right place. Hello, I'm MAPS coach Dennis Russell, and I'm joined today by MAPS coach Vishay Chevalier and our special guest and great friend, Amina Blake Foreman. And for the next few minutes, we're going to present the LEAD program to you guys. Now, I know you guys are saying, well, why the need for this program? Well, have you ever had that small voice, ask you or say to you, you could be doing so much more to assist people, or have someone say to you, thank you so much for helping me or inspiring me. Or maybe you've even taken something over. Someone's tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, I need you to take this over. I need you to run this through the finish line. We've all had that happen to us before, right? So let you know you're just like me. We're all in the same boat. Those signs, those things that happened, those are all telling you that you are a leader. And you should be saying that to yourself right now. I am a leader. Marinate on that for a minute. Sit in that because you are a leader. So the question is, since you now know that you're a leader, the question is, once again, where do I start? How do I get involved? And how do I bring out this talent within me? Because many people don't have a clue what is available to them in Keller Williams and also where to start, where to even begin. This program we're talking about today is designed to answer that very question and guide you to the actions that you need to take and the things you need to learn to get the most out of your leadership abilities. Here's our overview intention of this course. First thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare and set you on the path to KW leadership in all positions. Then we're also going to promote KW courses such as Train the Presenter, Train the Trainer Advanced, and MAPS coaching courses such as Group, Breakthrough, Mastery, Bold. And we do this because leaders are learners. So we're going to provide you with where to go throughout this course to make sure you're learning and raising your leadership lid. And we're also going to be the primary resource for you to find and fill KW leadership positions throughout all of KW and help you excel in that very position. So together, we identify your talent, we develop your talent, and we help you earn leadership positions. So you are the solution to fill the gap of current and future leadership positions within Keller Williams. This is truly living out the E in our Y4C2Ts, which is equity opportunities for all. One of those gaps we're talking about, and you may have even heard of this, there are hundreds of team leader opportunities that are open right now. And this is your massive opportunity, since we know the team leader role has been proven to be that launching pad for many other leadership positions within KW. So whether you desire to be a team leader, ALC member, productivity coach, regional director, or any of the other numerous positions we're going to talk about today in a bit, this course is designed to put you on the pathway to achieve your goal and take advantage of your unique leadership talents. Today, our goals are threefold. We're going to give you a quick overview of this program. We're going to show you the importance of your big why. And we're going to do a couple of powerful scripted role plays. So everybody get up, get your energy up. Make sure you're focused and engaged. Do this by participating at a super high level, so be prepared to take yourself off mute and write in the chat box. Vishay, you ready?
I am ready, Dennis. Thank you so much. Is everybody on this Zoom excited as I am to have the opportunity to learn about how you can join in on all the fun and get on your path to KW leadership? Say yes. Raise your hand. Do
Yes.
something. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So my name is Vishay Chevalier, and today we're going to give you a taste of how the LEAD program works by showing you some exercises from each session. Now, the LEAD program is broken up into two sessions. The first one is lift, and then the second one is leap. Each session is built upon the other to allow you to grow and develop into a successful leader that you already are. So during the first rollout, some people may not have to begin at step one based on where they are in their business. Now, get ready for this. The intention is to roll out the lift portion of this program on April 15th, 2021. So get ready, get excited. It's just around the corner. April 15th. So here's a disclaimer. This is a participatory Zoom. I'm going to say that again. This is a participatory Zoom. So please be fully present by being on camera if at all possible. We don't care what you look like. We don't care that you got pajamas on. We don't care if your hair is not done and your face is not done. Let's participate at a high level and play all in because we learn more by participation. Would you agree? Say yes or raise your hands.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, clear your area of all distractions and be open to learning and growing. It's okay. You might have your kids running around. That's okay. That's okay. We can't get rid of them, right? Now, for a brief overview of LIFT, which stands for Leadership Initial Fundamental Training. So, the first thing we're going to do is discover your purpose, your big why, and how it fits into your leadership goals. And then we're going to review the leadership positions within Keller Williams. And then we're going to learn the lingo, the scripts, and conversations you have both internally and externally to change lives. So let's just jump right in. So we're going to deep dive into how your big why works with your leadership goals so that you graduate lift with the clear roadmap to your leadership position. Now, everybody on this call is a realtor or has been a realtor. So you should have pen and paper at all times. You're ready to take notes. Because if somebody called and wanted to set an appointment, you got to write their information down. So everybody take out a piece of paper or your notebook and pen, and we're going to do an exercise to help you discover your purpose. And then afterwards, we're going to ask you to type any questions or ahas in the chat box. Now, as we begin to discover your purpose, many of you may think, oh, I've done this before. I already know my why. If you know your why, that's great. You are one step closer. And yet, oftentimes, people's why may change.
Mhm.
And sometimes what you thought was your why may not actually be your why. So, guess what? You'll get to do it again because you are not the same person you were yesterday. Just like the quote you may remember from Heraclitus that says, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man. So are you ready? Say yes.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to put a slide up and then I'm going to go through these questions. Now, some of you may be overachievers. Don't start writing. Don't start writing. We're going to go through this together. And as I go through each question, I'm just going to give you just about 10 short seconds to write down your response. It could be one word, it could be a sentence. Don't overthink it. Just write. So, right now, what drives you? Write down what drives you. Now, what gets you up in the morning and keeps you going when you're tired and worn down? What do you desire your life to be about more than anything else? Now, this is a safe space. So I'm going to ask for a few volunteers to unmute yourself or raise your hand and be willing to share what you wrote down. So who's going to volunteer by raising their hand? All right. So Amina, give us 3 people right quick.
I see Kate. Kate, why don't you go first?
Okay. Good morning, everyone, or wherever you are. I guess it might be afternoon. My biggest drive is I'm going to be 60 in February, and I actually will be divorced on Wednesday. I have to be self-sufficient. I only have me to provide for me. And I am a big believer of lifting women up and women understanding they can stand, well, all people, not just women, but I do have a heartfelt thing for women because I have 3 daughters, that women can be leaders, that we do not have to stay at home and be moms, and there's nothing wrong with it. I was a mom and I love my children dearly and wouldn't change that. But because I put everybody else before me, I am very late to the table to even be able to figure out what do I want? What do I need to do for me? So being able to help other women decide that or realize that maybe earlier on than I did is a big, huge drive for me.
So much, Kate, for sharing that. That is amazing. Thank you.
You give me goosebumps.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Hey, Kate, I
Yeah.
have 2 daughters. I'm right with you. I got 2. I'm right with you. We're right here, Kate. We're right here.
Perfect. I was raised a whole different way. So I made sure I raised my daughters differently, but I did not realize how crippled I literally was by my upbringing. And, I'm embracing it. I'm excited for the next 30 years.
Love that. I saw, and I may butcher your name, so please forgive me. Is it Query?
It's Kier. I totally understand. Not the easiest to pronounce. I get it. Yes, so my family, my wife and my daughter are definitely my main motivation. What gets me up in the morning, what gets me going, what gets me continuing to move forward. And also, I want to make an impact on others. I want to inspire others. I want people to see what I do and understand that I'm not a genius. I'm not a prodigy. I'm just like you. You know what I mean? Like if Kier can do it, anyone can. So I definitely want to inspire others to bring the best out of themselves.
Good.
So much. I'm telling you, the goosebumps are really coming today. Seriously. Thank you.
Mahogany.
Good morning from cold 70-degree Los Angeles. Mine is pretty simple because 2020 has given us clear vision. Unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with daughters or sons, any children. I'm not married, don't have family. So I have my 55-year-old self must take care of my 75-year-old self.
Yes.
That is in every way. That's my mantra moving forward, financially, physically, spiritually, and everything I do. And even when I don't want to do it, it's through the vision of when you're 75, that your 55-year-old mahogany daughter take care of you. It's as simple as that.
I love that. That right there, oh my God, that's golden. Are you taking care of your future self? Write that down. That's something we have to all go back and reflect on. All right. So thank you all for sharing. Now, the one thing book tells us that absent an answer, pick a direction. And that purpose is a combination of where we're going and what's important to us. It determines who we are. And who we are determines where we want to go. It determines what we do and what we accomplish. A life lived on purpose is the most powerful of all and the happiest. Here's one of my favorite quotes from George Bernard Shaw. It says, life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself.
Yes.
So knowing where you're going and why you're taking the path helps lead you to the best possible outcomes and experiences your life has to offer. So now that you have a vision of what your big why is, begin to think about how does your journey into leadership fit into this plan? So we're going to go straight to the chat box by asking you to briefly type in, what does leadership mean to you?
We're not seeing any chat things popping in there yet. Oh, there we go. There we go. Money and learning, hunger, passing knowledge. I love this. Service before self, setting an example. Saw that a couple of times. Very nice. Leadership means helping others. Wow, man, we are definitely in the right group here. When you lead by example, you don't have to set many rules. Oh, look at that, opening the eyes of others. Woo! Man, they've got some great stuff here. Great stuff.
So changing people's lives.
Changing people's lives. Yep, keep it coming in. Keep it coming in the chat box. Now, while you're doing that, realize this. Our founder, Gary Keller, he's got a saying he has on leadership too. And here's what he says. Very similar to what everybody else was already saying. Leadership is teaching people how to think the way they need to think so they can do what they need to do when they need to do it so they can get what they want when they want it. So like Kate said, hey, helping, teaching her daughters and being that example for women like Mahogany, your 55-year-old self, doing things now to help your 75-year-old self. I mean, wow, that's some good stuff. Everybody's got some powerful, powerful things in there. So since we're talking about leadership, let's introduce you to the 7 levels of leaders. Now, we're going to start at the bottom, number 7, and work our way up to the top, number 1. The first one, leaders manage their direct reports. What that means is that people will follow you because of your title. Yeah. Leaders influence their teams. This is where people follow you because they know you care about them. Leaders connect people together. People follow because they know you're going to put them in touch with the right people and the right vehicles to help them excel. Leaders achieve team results. This is when people begin to follow you because the team you're leading is having massive success. Leaders teach people how to be accountable and how to think. This is where people follow you because you've helped them achieve their personal and individual goals. Next, leaders model the standards and behaviors they represent. This is when people follow because of your personal integrity. You practice and live what you preach. And leaders provide the vision for the organization. This is where people follow you because of your vision for them, as well as your vision for the organization. Now, that was a real brief synopsis. In the full course, we're going to explore each level and how you transition from one level to the next, because this is critical to your leadership success. To be the most effective leader, it's important to understand how to get the most out of your people and your organization through each of those levels. We can all agree on that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So write this down. This should be your mantra as a leader. As leaders, we know the way, go the way, and show the way. Let me repeat that. As leaders, we know the way, we go the way, and then we show the way. Let's take a few minutes now and look at some of the leadership opportunities within Keller Williams. And you're going to see how it's broken down, like to market center, broken down to region, MAPS, KWU, wealth building. It's kind of broken down. So take a look through this, and that piece of paper that you took out already, that Fish asked you to take out, I'd like you to write down which of these positions is speaking to you. Which of these is the one you say, you know what, that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be doing. So take a moment and write those down.
You're welcome to also put it in the chat box.
Thank you, Amina. Yes, you can put it in the chat box. We love this interaction. Now, what you're going to discover is that it's not one size fits all. And we're going to actually have a our co-host and our special guests tell you their leadership journeys here in a minute. How before we do that, I'd like to hear from somebody out there, one of you guys. Anybody here have an interesting leadership journey they'd like to share with the group here, with the family? Don't be shy. Who'd like to share their leadership journey?
You mean what we've done up till now?
Sure.
Okay, well, I was raised in 4-H all the way through, from having a lamb when the lamb used to lead me around, right up to beef, and then horses, which I had to understand I wasn't actually going to butcher my horse at the end of the year. That was a big one for me.
Okay.
And then became a junior leader and then a leader, and then went on to Pony Club and became a DC for that. I've been a personal trainer and just a yoga instructor. I love to help people where I can. And often I am much better at telling them what to do than actually doing it myself. I will admit.
Okay, love the transparency. Love that. Thank you so much for being so honest and so transparent.
I think Roxanne also wanted to share.
Let's hear it, Roxanne. What you got for us?
Okay, so when the Equity Task Force first was mentioned by Gary, I applied for that. So I am on the regional task force, a sub-task force within the region. Then I'm the leader at my market center. And because of all that, this coming year, I'll be on the ALC.
Awesome, congratulations.
Congratulations, good job. Congratulations, Roxanne, that's some good stuff. So why don't we do this? Amina, since you're here, our special guest, why don't you share kind of your leadership journey so people can realize that it does kind of go all around. It doesn't have to be, 1 + 1 = 2. It can be 1 + 2 = 1,000 and all that other kind of stuff. So, Amina, why don't you tell us your leadership journey?
Absolutely. Like Kate said, most of our leadership journeys started way into childhood. Yeah, I'll give you the part of the journey that kind of have evolved within KW. So I came in as an agent in KW and very quickly plugged into all of the training. I'm a teacher at heart, so I started teaching in my market center and very quickly grew a mega team here, went on to be on the ALC. I was in charge of growth on the ALC. Then I became a MAPS coach, did that for about 1.5 years. And then I ended up becoming the productivity coach within my market center. I did that for all of 2 months. And then I landed my team leader role that I've now had for the past 2.5 years. Absolutely love what I do. And even during that time, I went on to become a KWU certified trainer. And I truly believe that every part of my leadership journey has added something that has allowed me to become the leader that I am today.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Hey, Amina, you're being a little bit humble now. You're being a little humble. Your market center have a huge breakthrough recently. I mean, something just phenomenal.
Yes, I am so proud. I was able to lead my market centers for the very first time. It happened 2 weeks ago that we finally crossed $1 billion in sales volume.
Awesome.
So I am so proud that I've been able to lead the market center to accomplish this major milestone.
Wow, that's a mic drop there. Boom, all right. So, Bashay, why don't you tell us a little bit about your leadership journey?
Okay, thank you. So it started off as a little girl. I was bossy back then. That was in my DNA. And my grandparents were business owners, and they always taught me, hey, if you become a boss, nobody can ever fire you. You always dictate your future. And so fast forward, I opened up a business at 22 years old. I still have it today. Fast forward, I joined this amazing company a little over 12 years ago. And I started off as dual career the first year, jumped straight into being a mega agent the second year, joined the ALC, served there 10 years, and then did the international ALC my last year, which was 2 years ago. And then on that journey, 3 years into my career in real estate, I started a team, became a mega team in Houston. I expanded, had my expansion 5 years ago in New Orleans, Louisiana. And then almost 4 years ago, I took this amazing class. I had taken it years and years and years. And about 4 years ago, I had an epiphany doing a future self exercise, doing bold, and said, hey, you should be a bold coach. So I did. Almost 4 years ago, I joined Dennis Russell and became a bold coach. And then in 2020, this year, when the pandemic hit, I became a one-on-one MAPS agent coach in addition to being a bold coach and a KW certified trainer. And just like you guys, I'm constantly working my way up the opportunity map to hopefully, not even hopefully, to one day become an OP and whatever else that takes me. So.
All right, all right. Once again, everybody here is so modest and so humble, which I love about this company. And Vishay, you kind of mentioned it a little bit about the expansion team. I think you need to expand on that just a little bit, because that's a powerful thing to be running 2 mega teams in 2 different cities.
Okay, so I remember this great quote from our fearless leader, Gary Keller, that says, you can be anywhere you want to be in 5 years. And so I was being a bold coach. I said, you know, I'm done. I went through a divorce during that time, you know, on my journey to becoming a bold coach. And 5 years from now, I didn't know where I was going to be. And I met an amazing guy, and he so happened to be in New Orleans. So I was like, well, if I'm going to be going back and forward, I might as well start a team there. I can't sit there and be bored. It's not in my DNA. I'm made to be a boss. So I started selling real estate and then created an expansion. So now I live in 2 cities, 2 states, and the business is just booming. And so this is the thing. You don't have to be in a box. Blow the box open and create a bigger box, and keep creating a bigger box. And that's what leadership opportunities allow you, the opportunity to create your own box as big, as wide, as tall as you want it to be, and keep blowing it up.
All right, all right. Well, I want to say thank you guys so much. My name is Dennis Russell. Mine's very quick, very short. I was a captain of the United States Army, got out of the Army as a pilot, went into real estate, and then got my real estate license. I was an investor first, and then got my license. Became one of the top 5 agents in the office. After that, became an ALC member, became the team leader of that office. We had over 900% growth in owner profit and profit share, became a MAPS coach, a bold coach, and then became a KW approved trainer. Oh, another thing. When I was a team leader, I was also a part owner of a title company, so I got paid off the title company too. So there's many ways to be leadership and do all kinds of incredible things that we're going to be talking about a lot in the full program. We're going to go into much more detail about what each position requires and help you determine your path, because this is really all about you. So remember this, there is no better time to be on this leadership journey than right now.
Oh, yeah.
Now is the time. Now is your time. The door is wide open. There are no excuses. We're going to be here to help, guide you, direct you, and to just assist you in you becoming the leader that you've always wanted to be. So I want you to write this down. If it's to be, it's up to me. I heard that laugh. That's right. If it's to be, it's up to me. Hey, Amina, what you got for us? I know you got some good stuff for us.
That is amazing. I love that quote. And the other quote that came to mind when Vishay was talking about her different experiences and how she's expanded into the different cities is just set your world on fire. You know, that's real passion there. Just set your world on fire and others will just come to watch you burn, is what I had to add to that piece of it. And, you know, Dennis and Vishay have done such a great job thus far, kind of helping you discover your big why and helping you understand what your leadership journey can look like through KW. And now I want to take a moment to give you a few terms and scripts as well that you'll need to become familiar with as you launch into your leadership journey. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and you'll see a list of terms that you'll need to become familiar with. And I want you to put into the chat box as I call them out, which ones seem foreign to you, okay? So is it CEO book, app management, FSO, LAP, net, gross, R1, R2, R2 engagement, lore, expense management, owner profit, projections.
Guerrilla warfare.
Ooh, Guerrilla warfare. That's a great one. See, guerrilla warfare, you think guerrilla, that is the system that you use to analyze your competition. Set up a detailed strategic plan to win in your local market, to go take their market share, make it become your own. That's what guerrilla warfare is. What else do we see that's unfamiliar?
LAP.
LAP. That stands for Lost Agent Productivity. As a leader, we're here to change lives. We don't want to lose any. So it's important for us to keep an eye on that metric. What are the productivity of the agents that we've lost? Because that would help you improve your retention skills and what we call close your back door. Make sure that agents are going to be in business and stay in business with you. Anything else? Oh,
R1 and R2, Amina.
Yes, so R1 is described as an agent that has done between 0 and 7 units in production in their last 12 months. 2 would be 8+ units in the last 12 months.
I thought it meant residential 1 and residential 2.
That's exactly why we're doing this today, Kate, because as a leader, you're gonna need to become familiar with these terms, okay? So write down the ones, huddle I see over here. That, even as an agent, when I ran my mega team, we had a huddle every morning. That's where you came together as a team. You looked at the important numbers and metrics that are important for the business. And then each person kind of go around real quick and talk about their big rock for the day, what they're going to do to win that day. Okay? We do that as a leadership every single morning. So you can start right now in your own businesses by creating that huddle atmosphere, because that's a critical piece of leading your people. So thank you so much for everybody that's jumped in and shared. And now for the fun part. Let's jump into some role plays. So first, we're gonna role play just setting a recruiting appointment. So is anyone so brave? I'll be the team leader, don't worry. Anyone so brave to be my volunteer, to be an agent that I'm calling?
I'll do it.
All right, awesome. So you ready, Kate?
Yep.
All right, ring, ring.
Good morning, this is Kate Marion with Coldwell Banker. How can I help you?
Hi, Kate. This is Amina Blake, team leader over at Keller Williams. How are you today?
I am phenomenal. I hear you.
Oh, that's so exciting.
There,
that is so exciting, Kate. Hey, Kate, I was just calling because I know this is the time of year that most agents sit back and reevaluate their businesses and start putting a strategy in place for the next year. I was just curious. Have you considered what a partnership would look like for with Keller Williams for 2021?
You know, I actually have. I've been interviewing a couple different brokerages, just kind of trying to find out, what it looks like, because I've been here with Coldwell Banker for 9 years, and I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing happening over there in your brokerage. So I would be curious to sit down with you. Yes.
Well, Kate, you're just like me, because the funny story is that's the exact same brokerage that I transitioned from almost 10 years ago. And Kate, I'll tell you, within 3 years, I was able to quadruple my business by utilizing the tools and systems that KW has to offer. So I have availability today at 2:30, or would tomorrow at 1 be better in order for us to meet and talk about what a partnership would look like?
1 would be better for me tomorrow, yes.
Okay, break script. Kate, you are way too nice. I want someone that's maybe a little tougher, because I want us to grow in this.
Okay, well, it took 2.5 years to get me to actually leave Coldwell Banker, so it was tough on them.
All right. I want to first, before we go on to another volunteer, give me an aha. What did you get from that role play?
Me or someone else?
Anyone who'd like to share.
I
definitely. Go ahead, Kate.
No, you go ahead.
I could definitely tell you're with Keller Williams, because you kept going. You didn't say, oh, when do you have time? You gave her 2, opportunities for a time to pick from. So it's just like, when we take bold, certain scripts that we use, we don't let, someone say, oh, I don't have time. You really push them to make that commitment.
Yeah. Right. We don't want to be that doctor that when you call in and say, when you're available. I don't want to meet a doctor that's like, you want a specialist, right? So love it. Who would like to be my second role play partner?
I'll do it.
All right. Annie, okay, so we're gonna do the same scenario and maybe be a little tougher on me so we can learn here. And then after that, we're gonna go into the role play that you guys could go back and apply into your businesses even right now. All right, is it Ann or Ann? It's Ann.
It's Ann. That's Ann with an E.
Awesome, I got it. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Ann. How can I help you?
Hi, Ann, it's Amina Blake, Keller Williams. How are you this morning?
I'm doing just fine. How are you, Amina?
I'm doing great. Hey, Ann, I was giving you a call because I know it's a time of year that many people evaluate their businesses and start strategizing for the next year. And I was just wondering, are you curious what a partnership with Keller Williams could look like for you in 2021?
You know, Amina, I have to be honest with you. I'm actually very happy where I am.
Oh, and you deserve that. And I like talking to happy people. Let me ask you this, Ann. If I can show you a way that you can make $50,000 more next year and be able to earn some time back to spend with your family and those that you love, could you be a little bit happier?
Yes, I imagine I could.
You know what? You're just like me. So why don't we do this? I have some time available at 2:30 today, or would 1 o'clock be better? And I'd like to show you what that looks like to earn more money and have more time with your family, because Ann, you deserve to be even happier.
I mean, I have to be honest. I don't. I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm really looking to make a move right now.
Yeah, and you know what, Ann? I'm not asking you to take a job. Here's what, we're business owners, so let's have a business conversation. I'm pretty sure that we'll both learn something from each other. And I really pride myself in making sure that you're going to leave that conversation with something that you can even go back to your business right where you are to help you grow in 2021. So would 15 minutes of your time be worth it to see how you can make $50,000 more?
Okay, I'm open to 15 minutes.
Awesome. So would today at 2:30 work, or would tomorrow at 1 be better?
I'm thinking tomorrow at 1. It gives me a little bit of time to digest all of this.
Sounds great. And here's what, Ann, share with me maybe what's one challenge that you're having in your business. As I said, I want this to be a powerful meeting. And what I can do is I can pull some information that what our top agents are using that might help you with that challenge. What's the challenge that you're facing?
To be honest, I'm a little frustrated with my split right now with where I am. I love the environment. I love my manager. The broker is really fantastic. So that's a big part of why I hesitate to even consider going elsewhere. Mm-hmm. So, but financially, I am frustrated with the split. And I would like there to be more money in my pocket than in theirs.
Okay, so helping you earn more money. I'm going to put that at the top of the agenda, Ann. So when we meet tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we'll talk about how you can earn more money and then just what the value proposition here at KW looks like. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at 1.
Yeah, same here, Amina. Thanks so much for the call, and you're really lovely. So I appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thank you, Ann. All right, break script. What are some ahas?
I think it's pulling it back to everything that Keller Williams offers us as agents and the positivity of our own success that we have experienced by joining KW. And just an FYI, Amina, I actually quadrupled my GCI in less than a year.
Oh, love it.
Nice.
Love it, love it, love it.
Through COVID.
Yes.
Oh,
I love it, Kate. You are a rising star in this industry. We can't wait to see you become part of leadership. So, you know, you've heard a few objections, and there's many, many more that you would hear. And in the full version of this course, we'll go through each of those objections that you can hear, just like you do when you're calling an expired or for sale by owner, and master those so that it can help you in your leadership journey. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, I don't have a leadership position yet. I'm still a rising star like Kate, you know, and I want you to understand that you can utilize these conversations maybe as an ALC member to fulfill your covenant. Maybe it's to grow your downline. So let's pretend that you just had an amazing experience with a co-broke and you want to tee up that conversation for your team leader. Who would like to role play this scenario with me?
Gotta be someone else.
I'll do it whenever you're ready, but someone else should step up, but I'm available if you need me.
I'm happy to give it a shot.
I'll do it.
All right, Ethan, nice. So we just did a deal together, and you're from a different agency, and I'm another agent. I'm giving you a quick ring, okay?
Okay, I'm from a different agency.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
All right, ring, ring.
Hi, this is Ethan.
Hi, Ethan. It's Amina Blake. All is well. I know you saw the clients are happy. They're enjoying their home. I just really wanted to call you and thank you for being an amazing co-broke. The way you handled that hot water heater breaking at last minute was a real class act, Ethan. I so appreciate doing business with you.
Oh, absolutely. Usually when you get a call day before closing, it's not that pleasant.
No, I can't tell you. If all my deals were handled by professionals like you, life would be so much easier. Hey, Ethan, my team leader is going to be calling you to thank you for being an outstanding co-broke. Would you promise me that you'll take their call?
Oh yeah, I'm happy to take his call, but I will be honest, I'm very happy where I'm at.
Yeah, and you know what, Ethan, I am just like you. I said the same thing 10 years ago before I came to Keller Williams, but as a business owner and as a true professional, like I saw you would, I'm sure you're open to business conversations. And that way you just make a decision, whatever is good for you. It doesn't have to lead to you coming to KW. Either way, we're still going to be amazing co-brokes, and I look forward to doing many more deals with you.
Yeah, I'm happy to at least take a phone call.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ethan. You have a great day. Looking forward to seeing you at closing table tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. How did that feel, Ethan?
It felt really actually pretty natural. It's and I think, you know, when you call another agent and you're being sincere and you're thank you for being a professional, you don't get that a whole lot from other agents. And I think that shows off a lot about what KW is just in the action of doing that.
Yes, absolutely. So here's the challenge for every single person that's on this call. This is where you get to take action immediately and start your leadership journey if you haven't already started it. And I'm seeing in the chat box someone asking what ALC stands for. That's Agent Leadership Council, right? And it's part of your covenant that you're going to help grow the market center by growing your own downline. So what I want you to do is go back to your market center and start a weekly profit power hour, maybe after lead gen time, where you invite other agents in the office to come on with you and have conversations like I just had with Ethan. It's very simple and straightforward. And guess what? Your team leader is going to love you for it. So remember, this is the Pathway to Leadership Success series. And each and every one of us was right in your shoes. And this is your opportunity to take action. So you got a sneak peek into some of the tools and the lingos that we use. You discovered your big why. And usually the next journey after an appointment is set is performing a needs analysis. So you might ask, what's a needs analysis? So I'll tell you what it is. A needs analysis is a consulting conversation that's done on the first appointment to help discover the agent's greatest need or biggest opportunity. Now, once identified, we get to line up KW's value proposition to help prescribe the next best step for that agent. And in the second part of our course, we're going to walk through in detail how to master a needs analysis so that you can help change lives both internally and externally. And Vishay, you're going to go over a few other items that's covered in the LEAP section.
Absolutely. So the LEAP sections, it stands for Leadership Excellence Acceleration Program. So I'm going to repeat that again. Leadership Excellence Acceleration Program. Now, LEAP is the advanced course in the LEAD program. The 4 items you'll take away from this part of the program are, number 1, to perform that effective needs analysis Amina just spoke about. Remember, an effective needs analysis. This is the first step in showing that you care. And then you're going to be able to effectively communicate the value proposition of Keller Williams, the independent, the interdependent, and the dependent models. See, we discovered that agents have different needs and wants from their brokerage, and now we're able to accommodate more of them. And then we're going to understand and use the Millionaire Real Estate Agent's 5 consulting conversations, the 30-30-40, the budget model, the people assessment, the tech audit, the expansion networks, and disruptive growth conversations. See, these are specific conversations to increase your conversion with recruits and increase the productivity of your agents. And then finally, we're going to understand the inner workings of the market center, like the market center organizational chart, the 7 conversations, the market center GPS, the transmittal, and to have a general idea of how things work behind the scenes. So it's a lot that we're going to really deep dive in the second part of the course. This is where those of you that say, okay, I went through the first part, I know leadership is for me, this is what I want to do. We're going to prepare you so that once you get that position, you can rock it out, rock it out, rock it out.
Boy, that's right, Vishay. It's all about rocking it out. It's not just about getting a position, it's about exceeding at the highest level in that position. So what you've seen so far is we've given you that quick overview of the entire LEAD program, the initial portion lift, which we talked about, and then the more advanced portion leap. And we also displayed many of the positions that are actually available, the leadership positions. We showed you the importance of your big why through a very short big why exercise. Next, we did a couple of very powerful scripted role plays that you'll be taught in the full program. And I gotta say, when you guys heard that co-broke conversation that Amina had, man, if you put that into your system, your income through profit share is going to just blow up like nobody's business. I mean, I just can't. Let me put it like this. How many people here have ever gotten a comma check from profit share? You got a comma check? That's a 1 comma something, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to start getting comma checks. And if you don't know, now you know. So make sure you get that down. And we did a brief description of that needs analysis. What you can see here today is the focus of this entire program is about you and your leadership journey within Keller Williams. And think how you may fulfill your leadership potential. And this program will show you how you can impact those around you at the extreme highest levels. So take a moment right now and picture yourself in that position. I saw some of the things people wrote down, the positions they're looking for. And as you're picturing yourself in that position, realize the reason why you're here. You're here because you already know somewhere deep down inside of you that this course is going to be able to set you on that path to leadership success in your leadership adventure. And to know that this course is your singular resource to find and fill leadership positions available to you in all of Keller Williams. Because upon completion of this course, we're going to spotlight your names to MAPs, regional directors, operating partners, team leaders throughout our Keller Williams ecosystem. Another added benefit to what we're doing here is this creates a space for you as leaders to discover untapped talent and a place for them to get trained. Think about this. You're going around your office, your market center, you're seeing somebody who looks really motivated, or you're looking on the Zoom and you're seeing some people look really motivated. Now you have a place that they can get plugged in and they can get groomed for their leadership success. Just like you're getting groomed for your leadership success. And think of the power that will have on your organization, on your people, and on your profit. I heard some great things here where people were talking about, leadership is about sharing and leadership is about giving back. The more leaders that you develop, the greater the retention, the greater your leverage, and of course, the greater your success. And isn't that what we all desire, to have greater success? You can say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we're all here. So in a moment, we're going to ask you for your ahas. And I want you to remember that this is being recorded and a copy of this is going to be sent to you. So while you're jotting down your ahas, we're going to give you a few action items that you can take right now. The first one is sign up for this course. That's right. I said it, sign up for this course. Okay, the sign up link is going to be put in the chat box. And as you can see, the start date is the 15th of April. You heard Amina talk about starting a weekly power hour or beginning to participate in one, where you sharpen that saw of your leadership conversations. Now, I heard people ask earlier about what the ALC stood for, the Agent Leadership Council. If you aren't on the ALC in your office, sign up for one of the committees. ALCs have committees. Sign up for one of those committees. Start stretching out, start working out that leadership muscle. And if you are a leader on here and you're already on the ALC, you can still stretch that muscle out. You can still work out that muscle by going around your office and finding some agents to participate on your committee. And number 5 is back to number 1. Sign up for this course. All right. The whole object is we want to give back just like you want to give back. And we're able to do that by helping you achieve your leadership goals. So what are your ahas? Please, a couple people unmute yourself or write it in the chat box. Let's hear a couple of ahas. What have you gotten so far from this?
For me, it's the whole fact that I've never once thought to have that conversation with the person on the other side of my deals. I mean, I have handpicked a few agents that I would love to see come in over here. But if you get in the habit of sharing the success and everything that we have within our market center, if it just becomes part of your everyday lingo, you know, and we spread it like a smile, we're going to have a lot bigger downlines and help grow our market centers. It just, you know, why wouldn't we? And
yeah,
and
Kate,
you know?
and Kate, the great thing is, if you heard Amina's conversation, you don't have to know a whole lot. You just need to make sure you build that relationship and then set the appointment for the team leader. That's their job. That's what Amina does so well. Amina, would you like to add anything to that?
No, that's very right on. You just put it and make it part of your DNA. Your team leader is going to have a personal interest, Kate, in making sure you build your downline. And that's what we call that legacy is worth leaving.
Perfect.
Roxanne,
right. Any more ahas out there?
I have one, Dennis. Write this down. Write down a vision of what your comma check number will be at the end of 2021. Because that passive income, those comma checks, can fund your life alone. So if you don't get anything else out of this course or this conversation, just know that if you have a desire to bring more people into this company, such as yourselves, to partner with other people like you to make doing business fun and easy, you owe it to yourself, your family, and your legacy to get those comma checks.
Yep. Comma checks. All right, any more ahas? A couple more.
Roxanne had one.
Along with what you all were talking about, I really appreciate you showing us the scripts in the conversation, because a part of equity is growth. And that will really help me in my future conversations.
Yep, Roxanne, thank you. And in the full version of this course, like Amina said, we're gonna really dive deep into helping you guys let those conversations become part of your DNA, part of your soul. So love that.
Michelle, you had something? Michelle? She's frozen with us.
I have a question.
Yes.
On the
my was the role playing.
Yeah, I think she's frozen. Emily, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question on the sessions. How long are they? Are they like an hour session? Are they, you know, because they vary in length, some of the sessions. So how long is each session?
Michelle, you want to answer that?
Yes. So the course, the first portion of the course, Lift, is 4 weeks. It's 1 day per week for 1 hour.
Okay.
And then we will drop the Leap portion. And the intention is to run these consecutively year round. So lift, leap, lift, leap, lift, leap.
Thank
Each
you.
session will build upon the other. So the 4 weeks won't be repeating the same thing. It's a full program broken down into 4 weeks for the first session, and then we release the second session. And each week 2 will build off of week 1, and so forth and so on.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
What other questions are there out there? Thank you for that, Emily. Great question.
Oh, a lot of people were asking in the chat box, are there any
Can you
requirements
hear me?
for lift? There are no requirements for the lift portion. The entry level portion, it's no requirements. You just sign up at mapscoaching.com. The link is in the chat box. There will be some requirements going into the leap portion.
That's right. You're required to you're required to grow.
Yes.
Love that. Yep. Required to grow. Any other questions? Was it Michelle who was zapping out and zapping in? Was she able to come back? Michelle, can you type your question in the chat box maybe? Was it Michelle? Who was doing that?
Yeah, it looks like she's having some tech challenges.
So Dennis, why don't you
Yes.
put your email in the chat box, and then Michelle can reach out to you with a question. I'll put my email. Amina, if you want to put your email, they can reach out to us directly with any other questions.
Awesome. And I just want to say before we wrap up that, Dennis, Fache, and I are so passionate about seeing people on their leadership journeys, because we know how much it's changed our lives and the opportunity it's given us, that when people go through this program, we take it personally to mentor you into your leadership success. So we're excited for those of you who are going to come on this journey with us.
Okay.
Amina, is your email address in there? I don't see it. Or
It's going right now.
Come on now, catch up.
Yes, so if you have any questions about anything, you want to get more information, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We want to make sure that you have extreme clarity, that you're excited, and then you go tell everybody about this course, because there is no reason why we should hear you saying after 2021, I don't know how to get into leadership. I didn't know about these positions. Nobody told me about them. That's what this course is designed to fast track you, to really teach you in depth. And then these people have graduated this course. They are ready to rock and roll.
Perfect.
Okay, one last question. So if we sign up for this course now in December, would we have access to the role-playing scripts that we just heard in order to, I guess, reach out to other agents, or do we wait until April to get those scripts? Are those scripts part of it, or is that part of LEAP?
Once you're signed up, Emily, you're connected to us, and then we can always send those directly to you as you're waiting for the class to start.
Great,
So
thank you.
don't wait, sign up, and let's get connected.
Yep. Let's make it happen. Get 2020 start off right.
Well,
Mahogany, you had a question?
Well, actually, I just wanted to say to you guys, the MAPS coaches, you're being very modest, because, and I have put it in the chat box, I've been with KW since '03, and I've had wonderful opportunities to do things, but it's always been figuring it out on my own, a class here or a friend. The fact that this leadership portal and training you and getting everyone prepped is right there and available is huge. It is a huge moment, I think, in the leadership journey and opportunities and support in this company. And it's more than just take the class. It is what? You put it all together so we can all get it and excel. That's huge. And I just wanted to make sure, because I've been here so long, that I just share that with everyone maybe that has less tenure with the company. This is a huge growth opportunity.
Well, Mahogany, thank you so much. Thank you for that. All right, we got like 1 more minute. Do we have one more question or one more aha? All right, Mahogany, once again, thank you for that. That was powerful stuff.
Oh, Michelle says she is not sure why she can't be heard. However, she's signing up. We love that. And guys, I'm gonna leave you with this. Remember that first day you ever got your real estate license, and you had that nervous and exciting feeling at the same time. And then you got your first person that wanted to do business with you. And you're like, oh my God, what do I do? I know I've done Ignite or 3612-3. And what do I do? Well, it's like stepping into a leadership role for the first time and you don't know what to do. Well, we're preparing you for that role. So when you go in there, you're like, oh, I already know what that means. I know what that means. Oh yeah, I understand. You don't have to worry about that nervous feeling anymore.
All right. So, hey, we're going to once again say thank you guys so much for being here, and a special thank you to our MAPS Mastery clients. It is our honor and privilege to be in business with you. And on behalf of Vishay and Amina, have an incredible, blessed, and productive day. See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.